Ask Doug, general information on global medical insurance, pre-certification. Doug, how does pre-certification work for us expats living outside the U.S.? I realize that here in the U.S. for my ACA, or Affordable Care Act, domestic medical insurance, my medical doctor or medical facility handles my pre-certification process. I also know my wife and I have to be more involved on the pre-certification process since we are now expatriates living in Indonesia. Can you provide Himari and I basic information on pre-certification in relation to our expatriate employer group medical insurance policy, Doug? This is a fabulous question, Sergio, and we sure can shed more light on what pre-certification means to global group medical insurance plans. As you and Himari mentioned, Sergio, pre-certification processes can verify from one international insurance company to another. Let's dive in, Sergio and Himari. We will start with a general definition of pre-certification related to your international employer group medical insurance. Pre-certification is the process of determining whether the medical service delivered or scheduled to be delivered to you are medically necessary and appropriate. Or said in another way, Sergio and Himari, pre-certification is the process of determining in advance if a procedure, medical treatment, or medical service will be covered under your expatriate group health care plan. The pre-certification also helps ensure you and Himari get the right medical care. This may also help save you from costly and unnecessary medical service, Sergio and Himari. As you mentioned, Sergio, our U.S. domestic insurance and medical facility, quote unquote, talk together for their pre-certification part, leaving us, the policyholder, out of the process. Key notes. Please remember, Sergio and Himari, pre-certification is not a verification of benefits or a guarantee of payment. Pre-certification is only to confirm that the treatment is medically necessary. There could be a reduction in benefits if there is no pre-certification. With pre-certification, there is usually no set timeline that you would need to have the pre-certification done for surgery or inpatient treatment. With the exception of a transplant, the pre-certification just needs to be submitted prior to the treatment. It is recommended to do your pre-certification at least 2 weeks prior to your medical treatment, but if you can do it sooner, that would be best. How it works in general. Here's one way the pre-certification process works, Sergio and Himari. To initiate the required pre-certification, go to your member portal of your global insurance company. You will see a pre-certification form that you or your treating physician or healthcare provider can fill out. In case of an emergency, you have the flexibility to notify your international insurance company within 48 hours after their emergency to initiate pre-certification. Emergency room visits do not require pre-certification unless you are admitted into the medical facility for the surgery or inpatient treatment. Additional notes. Here are a handful of additional notes, Sergio and Himari, to keep in mind. If your hospital stay is extended, then you should request that the hospital or provider notify your pre-certification team at your global insurance company that your stay has been extended. If a step in the pre-certification process is missed, then the pre-certification team will attempt to complete the process via a callback to you and possibly to your medical provider. Here are a few of the following medical treatments and services that must be pre-certified: chemotherapy, extended care facility, home nursing care, hospice care, inpatient hospitalization, interfacility ambulance transfer, radiation therapy, surgery or surgical procedure, transplant, maternity. Please keep in mind one must pre-certify within 60 days of one's due date. for the maternity, this policy varies from one international insurance company to another. A simplified version of the pre-certification process. Here is a quick snapshot of the pre-certification process, Sergio and Himari. Your initial pre-certification request comes to your employer group international insurance company via your online member portal, email from your medical provider, or are you calling into your global insurance company with all needed information. Your pre-certification team reviews your eligibility. Your pre-certification request is built into your database at your employer group insurance company with requests for any medical records from you or your medical facility. Once medical records with relevant medical diagnosis codes comes to your international insurance company, your pre-certification team will review your request and authorize or not authorize your pre-certification. Once your pre-certification team at your international insurance company approves your medical request, a letter, usually by email and or fax, will be sent to you and your medical provider. Change is always in the air. Check out our global health insurance options on our webpage at www.gninsurance.com for the most up-to-date information on your global medical insurance. Or call us at 480-813-9100 or email us at info@gninsurance.com. Your GNI team here in Gilbert, Arizona wishes you all safe and awe-inspiring expatriate travels in Indonesia and beyond. Sergio and Himari.